Thank you for tuning into our session today. Since we only have 25 minutes together, let's jump right in. My name is Ezine Udezwe. I'm the VP of Product for Owners, and I also lead our platform initiatives here at Procore. What this means for you is that I have the honor of leading our continuous evolution of the platform to serve owners' needs. Today, I'm going to explain how we are doubling down on our commitment to owners and developers. I'll show you some of the recent product enhancements that our owner customers, many of whom are watching, are already leveraging for great success today. And I'll share the key areas where we are making product development investments to help you and your teams meet your goals now and well into the future. I do want to take a moment to remind you that throughout Groundbreak, we'll be sharing some really cool new features that aren't generally available. Please make sure that you are making purchasing decisions based on what is available today. You can read the full text of this slide on our website. Okay, let's dive in. Procore's mission is to improve the lives of everybody in construction. For me and the host of folks focused on owners and developers at Procore today, that means improving the lives of those who commission and fund these projects. You, the people who are there from day one. We consider ourselves your partner, and we're fully invested in your success as a key construction stakeholder. This partnership approach is something we value and are passionate about. So it gives me great pleasure to know that our customers see Procore as their partner in this as well. Which is why I'd like to take the opportunity to highlight what one of our customers, Eileen Goldfein, SVP of Business Technology at Heinz, had to say about what this partnership means to them in a recent interview.
The partnership with Procore means, having a company that is working with us to help solve our problems, really understand what those problems are, and move forward, in this age of, digitization and, trying to do more, with less resources, or trying to be more efficient and all that kind of stuff, but having a partner that really listens.
Ultimately, the Procore platform allows our customers to stay ahead of risks before they become issues, increase efficiencies to drive down costs, and have the information to make the best decisions and deploy capital in the most efficient and effective way possible, all while delighting your stakeholders, employees, and vendors with a best-in-class experience that is easy to adopt and love. We feel honored to have been chosen by thousands of owners around the globe across so many different sectors, delivering many different types of projects and leveraging the power of Procore to enable their success. So thank you, Eileen, all the folks at Heinz, and the rest of our customers for leaning into this partnership. We're always here to listen and learn from you. We take your bet on us very seriously and appreciate that you have chosen Procore as part of the foundation of your success. I am personally very excited about what we have achieved together so far, as well as the journey ahead. I want to first frame the conversation about our recent product enhancements around these three things we know and have learned from the owners, operators, and the public agencies we've worked with. 1, your work is cyclical, and your concerns range across both the project and the asset lifecycle, from idea through operations and maintenance. The burden of mistakes or oversights in project delivery ultimately fall on you, whether through expensive and timely rework, the stress and delays of disputes, or while managing an asset's built-in problems during operations. The other thing we know is that your goals and functions in broad terms may be similar, but your detailed use cases vary across companies and project types, such as a refinery turnaround versus a retail remodel, a public school campus versus a mixed-use commercial property, a regulated utility pipeline versus a data center, and even beyond that. You each have unique processes and needs that make you, you. And lastly, you need to be able to own and leverage your data, all of it, the complete picture, to drive meaningful results, whether that is lowering overall costs, making better decisions in real time to mitigate emerging risk, or providing the insight to improve future projects based on historical information. In today's environment, your technology investment must provide these capabilities, or you're already behind. So let me share how our recent product enhancements are addressing these core needs. Historically, 95% of all project data goes unused. In today's world where data is the backbone of competitive advantage, how can you expect to drive down cost and reduce risk if you can't use your own data to support these efforts? This is an area where Procore really shines. Connecting your data and making it useful is top of mind in everything we do, and we've fueled these through our acquisitions over the past few years. Procore Analytics is an out-of-the-box solution that is available today and will continue to grow as a major pillar of our platform. We've made this powerful analytics tool much easier for you by creating pre-built stakeholder-specific templates with the reports and dashboards that we've found are most valuable. This is another example of how we are able to infuse stakeholder-specific value across our platform while also giving you the flexibility and support to configure for your specific needs. Here is a video of one of our owner-focused reporting templates in use.
These out-of-the-box reports and dashboards give you a great start to understand what's happening across your portfolio of projects. Here we're looking at a portfolio status report. As with everything in Procore Analytics, you can easily slice and dice the data as needed. And these dashboards are dynamic, so when I click on over budget, off schedule, for example, the view adjusts to show just those projects. But the value doesn't stop there. This product also includes AI capabilities that raise key insights and useful trends without hours of data science or analyst work. For example, leverage the AI-powered root cause analysis report to drill down and identify the cause of your issues. Procore Analytics can also help you use your historical data to make better future decisions. Reports such as budget benchmarking and key influencers can help with estimating, vendor selection, and several other key areas.
Our investments are to provide Procore customers the ability to capture, structure, and utilize your data, making it easy to harvest insights that were previously not possible or required an army of costly, specialized data resources, tools, and people. Now that you've seen a bit about how you can leverage the project data you're capturing in Procore, let's talk about how it gets there in the first place. The early phases of a project are often chaotic. There are lots of tasks to manage and details to iron out. There are inevitable changes as things progress through planning, design, and pre-construction. Keeping everyone on the same page and making pivots when needed can be quite challenging. It is important to set yourself up for success from the beginning because risks can start accumulating early and show up on your site, where it is most costly in time and effort to correct. This risk stems from the need for better communication, collaboration, and visibility across a broad range of stakeholders as things progress. The same is true when it comes to opportunities to drive meaningful improvement in the end result. The earlier you get everyone working together, supported by the best tools possible, the better. This is exactly what Procore was built for. I'm always thrilled to hear our customers articulate the impact Procore is having on their success today and what they're excited about for the future. Which is why I'd like to share a short example from one of our customers, Titus Maritime PMO Advisor at ExxonMobil. They're using Procore in various exciting ways, from industrial turnarounds to state-of-the-art corporate facilities around the world.
For us here at Exxon, the main reason we work with Procore is because Procore is an innovative partner. We primarily work in delivering projects, and we always wanted to have a true partner that understands our end-to-end process and is willing to innovate around some of those changes that we encounter in the field. We feel that the platform that Procore provides enables us to have a very clear visibility into our project documentation, our execution plan, and also really helps us identify early on some of the issues that might be able to curtail or could impact the performance of our projects. It always starts with, once we have the drawings in a tool, once we start doing the drawing reviews, Procore has really brought in a lot of clarity in terms of how our drawings look like and how our execution plan might play out. So we always start with reviewing drawings, reviewing submittals, having a platform where we could exchange requests for information with our architects as well as our pre-construction contractors. This really helps us in general to capture a lot of those issues earlier on that might cost more once we start heading into execution. I'm really interested in understanding a lot more about some of the work around estimating, benchmarking, being able to do some analytics around, estimating and, benchmarking. I think that would really help us, maintain like even tighter controls around our spend. Right now, I know Procore does a lot of analytics, so definitely trying to see what are those insights that we could draw from having been at least using Procore now for about a year and a half. So really interested in seeing that piece of analytics, that side of benchmarking, because I feel like a lot of those insights really are able to inform how we plan our projects.
Thank you, Titus, and the rest of the Exxon team. We're excited to continue to partner with you. As Titus alluded to, we're focused in helping you draw the right insights out of your data, which is a key reason for some of the exciting things we're working on with our newer data and AI-based solutions, fueled by our recent acquisitions in Avata Intelligence and Indus.ai. At Procore, we're leveraging AI technology to create intelligent benchmarks that compare your performance in certain financial and other areas against similar projects, helping you identify where you're strong, areas for opportunity, and potential risks. We're also working on enhancements to our estimating capabilities, with both the addition of Procore Estimating last year and upcoming conceptual estimating capabilities. These future solutions will be driven by a predictive cost engine that provides conceptual estimates for new projects that consider your company's typical performance, as well as certain industry benchmarks. In addition to the best-in-class purpose-built solutions that Procore is typically known for, we're also developing solutions that are generic and flexible enough for many different use cases across the project lifecycle. These are true platform solutions that are especially useful for owners to manage your various tasks. One example is our new correspondence tool. Let's take a closer look.
Because you own the project, you're going to be issuing a lot of directives to different stakeholders like designers, engineers, consultants, contractors, and more. With poor data and miscommunication causing $31.3 billion in rework in 2018 alone, the risk is simply too high to keep these important communications buried in emails. Procore's correspondence tool is our most flexible tool ever, enabling you to broadcast and receive any type of critical communication with any stakeholder right here in your Procore official system of record. And when I say any type of communication, I mean it. This is truly the most flexible tool that we have ever introduced. Correspondence enables you to broadcast communications outward or to require updates from other parties and communicate back and forth with them, with the ability to DocuSign any correspondence item. You can even connect correspondence items to change events, RFIs, or other types of correspondence, and link correspondences to a drawing. The power in correspondence is its massive flexibility. You can create templates for any type of communication that you want, with options to require responses, add custom fields, and to give each correspondence type its own set of granular permissions so you can control exactly who will or won't have access. And did I mention that correspondence is also on mobile? The correspondence tool is so powerful and flexible that our customers are telling us how they use it. In the end, what you have is an incredibly adaptable tool that enables you to keep stakeholders accountable to key communications and maintain everything seamlessly in your Procore system of record.
Similar to correspondence, our new action plan solution has also drawn tons of praise from owners for all the different challenges it can solve across the project lifecycle. This tool is a true game changer when it comes to establishing a well laid out plan that is appropriately governed and easy to understand for those who need to execute it. Let's take a quick look at some of what this solution can do.
Successful projects begin with a successful setup, and a successful setup requires a plan. That's why we're excited to introduce Procore Action Plans. Action Plans is a single place to organize stakeholders around a phased approach to project development and execution. You can predefine critical project-related activities and sequence them appropriately, and make sure your team is aligned on the approach in advance. For each item in the plan, you can define your criteria for successful completion, consolidate reference documents from within Procore, and clarify what type of documentation or response must be submitted as part of the process. Accountable stakeholders can provide the required response directly into the action plan. Then, those accountable for verification can sign off that the step was completed according to expectations. You can even place a hold point to block subsequent steps from happening prematurely. With action plans, the team is accountable to complete critical steps in order and to your expectations, so you can avoid putting the cart before the horse and ultimately ensure high-quality project delivery throughout the project lifecycle.
Action plans and correspondence are just a few exciting examples of our flexible platform solutions. These are also great examples of how we develop our product with a global by design approach and foster creativity and innovation wherever possible. Both of these solutions were born from the needs that originated outside of the US, in Asia Pacific, Europe, and Canada. Correspondence actually began as an internal Procore hackathon project that generated so much praise it was quickly funded as a priority initiative. As we began developing these solutions for specific international market needs, we realized that if we built it in the right flexibility and built in the right mobile capabilities, we could create something tremendously useful for all customers. With your feedback, we now have one of the most useful and intuitive solutions of its kind on the market today. That all happened in 1 year, from concept to generally available solutions that continue to improve. Remember that our tools are built with flexibility from the platform, with our elegant approach to custom and configurable fields shown here. This configurability allows you to easily templatize and even report on different data requirements across your businesses, from major capital projects, industrial turnarounds, to typical capital improvements and beyond, all within the same Procore account. Now, let's shift gears a bit to cost management, which we know is always top of mind for our owner and developer customers. As owners, developers, and public agencies, you're ultimately accountable for delivering the entire scope within the agreed budget. Sound cost management and control from day one is key to deliver on the promise to your financial stakeholders. Unfortunately, there is often a large administrative burden to do this successfully, since cost management and contract administration can be complicated processes involving stakeholders from different companies across field and office, with data and documentation flowing between them. You also need appropriate controls and specific reporting capabilities that fit the way you work. This is why we have invested heavily in redefining what the industry should expect from a best-in-class modern cost management solution. Before I dive into the details, I want to again share a point of view from another one of our customers, Sarah Heppenstall, VP of Construction at First Capital REIT in Canada, about the value they're realizing by using Procore's tendering and cost management solutions.
So why we chose Procore to be the key offering for our construction projects, for our success, is that it is very well known within industry. So a number of our general contractors use it. And by being able to work with Procore and get it where it needs to be for owners, we've been able to leverage a lot of the very useful pieces of Procore. So for example, tendering is something that we use all the time, and it allows us to tender ethically and with full transparency and auditability to be able to move forward together. So we know that when we're tendering, especially because we're a REIT, we know that we've only accepted bids after the close time. We can understand exactly what's in that bid, and we can have confidence in the award that we make to move forward. So our impactfulness on cost management is definitely that we've been able to move forward from using historically Excel to manage our costs Every project manager did it slightly differently. And so being able to understand not only on a project level, but on a national level where our projects are sitting was such a huge amount of effort. It was always wondering if it was reliable, the data. Procore's been able to take us to that next level, have a lot of confidence behind the numbers that are put in there. So then you're really talking about the risk to the project, and you're not second guessing what's behind the numbers. You know they're accurate and true. And so now we've been able to properly leverage where are the risks sitting within the project? How do we need to react? And I can be able to respond to our executive team with confidence about where our construction projects are sitting from a cost point of view.
Thank you, Sarah, and everyone at First Capital. We're modernizing the user experience across our financial solutions to optimize ease of use and efficiency. As I described earlier, we're making the product more intuitive and configurable, giving you the ability to include information you need and get rid of the rest. A simple, streamlined financial solution equates to meaningful time savings and allowing project teams to focus on high-impact decision-making rather than arduous navigation and data entry. For example, our data shows that the new invoice management experience that you see here saves on average a quarter of time on data entry as compared to its previous version. For some customers, that's hundreds of hours saved a year. Another example of enhancements targeted at your key needs is our work breakdown structure, or WBS engine. It provides additional dimensions and a more flexible coding structure to satisfy more granular reporting and control requirements. By providing more flexibility in your cost code segments, you'll be able to manage and report on almost any dimension you need. This is currently in beta with several owners providing key input and feedback for us to make it better. One owner, an independent power producer, has leveraged the configurability provided with WBS to organize financial data by year and facility location, allowing them to group and report on the data in ways they couldn't do before. This provides tremendous alignment between the accounting, finance, and project management teams, which was much harder to achieve previously. The future possibilities of how we can expand WBS across the platform to tie elements of scope, schedule, and cost together are all really exciting. Moving forward into the project lifecycle, another key area we're enhancing is bid management. Procore streamlines the bid management process by consolidating all relevant data, documents, and communications in a single portal, and then converts the winning bid directly to a contract, leveraging the platform to do the work for you. Our customers told us loud and clear that we can make this even more useful, and I'm excited to announce once again, we have listened to you. This is an example of our soon-to-be-released bid leveling solution that will give you everything you need to compare bids side by side in the platform against your defined requirements and to make sure you've done your diligence before it's too late. Yet another great example of leveraging connected data and purpose-built tools to complete a business process and make your job easier. Once you've selected vendors and contractors you want to work with, Procore's contract management solution organizes all the relevant data, including change orders and invoices, in an easy-to-navigate portal, which, like everything else we've discussed so far, can be adapted to your needs. All of this data is connected to the budget, so your cost tracker is updated in real time as items are processed. This is especially true for those who integrate Procore with their accounting ERP, automating another otherwise manual handoff that is traditionally ripe with the inefficiencies and risks we covered earlier. Speaking of integrating with your ERP, this year we made a huge investment in our ERP connector platform, making it easier to integrate with whatever accounting system your company depends on. We've added several new out-of-the-box integrations such as MRI, Yardi, and Sage Intacct, with more on the way in the next few quarters. You can also use our open APIs to build your own integrations where needed. as several of our customers have already done with more complex and customized ERPs such as those from SAP and Oracle. Our forecasting tool shown here is also another example of a purpose-built solution to address specific owner needs across the project lifecycle. Visibility into future cash needs is extremely important when you're the one funding the project. Why complete this manually in a homegrown spreadsheet when you can leverage a sleek and simple solution that drastically reduces the administrative effort and opportunity for error? This was developed specifically based on owner customer input and is providing a lot of value at both the project and portfolio level. The new Procore workflow engine, shown here, makes it easier to standardize and enforce your processes and controls. You can set conditional logic such as dollar thresholds that trigger different approval workflows. This automates a controlled approval and empowers any company to fit Procore to their existing processes. This is currently in beta on our invoice management product, and we couldn't be happier with the exceptional customer feedback so far. We will expand this new experience across our financial solutions, such as budget changes, contracts, and change orders. And soon you'll be able to easily customize a workflow across any part of Procore for your company's specific business needs, such as enhanced document control that helps customers comply with the protocols set forth in ISO 19650 and 9001. So that was a lot of detail about how you can use Procore to manage tasks and business processes across the project lifecycle. But what about all the other things your business needs to accomplish with your tech stack? We understand that we will not be able to build our own solutions to solve every need, especially for owners, and we're more than okay with that. Instead, we focus on building a best-in-class ecosystem with deep integrations and strategic partnerships to solve the problems we're not going to build for. Key examples of this for owners are integrations with Finario, a leading capital planning platform, and Builder, a solution designed specifically for closeout and warranty. At Procore, we are delighted to partner with you, the people that build the world. And nothing makes us happier than continuing to deliver on our promises and pay off our commitment to you. There is always more work to be done, but for today, I'd like to close with a video that exemplifies how we have done exactly that with one of our longtime owner customer, Boston Children's Hospital.
Procore's commitment to us to really sort of move from purely contractor side functionality to owners functionality. Everything they said they would do, they did for us, and it has been fantastic. And then, then of course Suffolk's using the system as well, and so that all coming together, like I describe it, sort of as the ultimate bookbinder